This video might be the most important thing you watch this year, because it's not just about money. It's about time. And more importantly, how most people completely waste it. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what you should be doing at ages 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 so that by the time most people are just getting started, you're already miles ahead. And if you're older, don't click away. Use this like a checklist because chances are you've skipped a few of these steps, and fixing that could completely change your future. Here's the truth. Most people don't fail because they're lazy. They fail because nobody ever showed them the right path early enough. I didn't have this roadmap growing up. I had to figure things out the hard way, and that cost me years. So if you pay attention to this, you won't just save time, you'll gain a massive advantage. But there's one rule. Don't just listen to the part for your age. That's a mistake. Because every stage builds on the next, and skipping one could hold you back later. All right, let's start with age 13. At 13, you have something incredibly powerful. Not money, not skills, not experience. You have time. And that might not sound exciting, but it's the single biggest advantage you'll ever have. Because when it comes to building wealth, the game isn't about how much you invest. It's about how long your money has to grow. Think of it like planting a tree. If you plant it early, it grows slowly at first, then suddenly it explodes. But if you plant it late, you'll never catch up, no matter how much water you pour on it. So, what should you actually do at 13? Well, you can't legally invest on your own yet. But that doesn't mean you can't start. Your first job is simple. Get someone to help you start. That means talking to your parents or guardian about opening an account in your name. Now I know talking about money at home can feel awkward. A lot of families never discuss it. Mine didn't either. But here's the thing. Most adults don't avoid money conversations because they don't care. They avoid them because they were never taught either. So sometimes you have to be the one to start that conversation. Explain to them that you want to learn, that you want to build something early, and that even a small amount, even once or twice a year, can make a huge difference later. Because at this stage, it's not about how much you invest. It's about starting the habit, even if it's just saving birthday money, even if it's tiny. The goal is simple. Get used to the idea that money isn't just for spending, it's for growing. And once that mindset clicks, you're already ahead of 90% of people. Now, let's move on to age 14. At 14, your advantage isn't just time anymore. It's freedom. You probably don't have bills. You don't have rent. You don't have serious responsibilities. Which means this is the perfect time to experiment. And I mean really experiment. Try things. A lot of things. Not just one. Not just two. As many as you can. Because here's a mistake I see all the time. Teenagers saying, I don't have a talent. That's not true. They just haven't tried enough things to discover it yet. You can't find something you're good at if you've only tested 2 or 3 options. So at 14, your mission is simple. Try everything. Sports, creative work, online skills, small side hustles, helping people, building things. Doesn't matter what it is. What matters is exposure. Because every skill you try teaches you something. Even if you fail. Actually, especially if you fail. Because failure at this age is free. There are no real consequences. No pressure. No expectations. And that's a rare opportunity. So use it. And when you find something you enjoy, or something you're naturally good at, that's when you double down. Not casually. Seriously. Because mastery doesn't come from trying everything forever. It comes from picking something and committing to it. Now, let's talk about age 15. This is where things start to shift. Because now you can start building something real. At 15, you're likely still receiving gifts for birthdays, holidays, or special occasions. And most people make the same mistake here. They ask for things. Games, clothes, gadgets. Things that feel exciting but lose value almost instantly. Instead, you need to think differently. Start asking for money instead of stuff. Not because money is exciting, but because money is flexibility. It gives you options. It gives you leverage. And when you combine that with your time, that's when things get interesting. But don't stop there. This is also the perfect age to start earning your own money. Even if it's small. Even if it's part-time. even if it's something simple. Because earning changes your mindset completely. When you work for money, you start respecting it differently. You think before spending it. You value it more. And more importantly, you start understanding how the real world works. Customer interactions, responsibility, time management. These are things school doesn't teach you properly, but real-world experience does. And here's something important. Don't be too picky. Your first job doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to teach you something. Now, while you're earning and receiving money, there's one rule you need to follow. Don't just save it, build it. Because saving without a purpose leads to spending. You'll save for months, then blow it all on something temporary. Instead, treat your money like a tool. A starting point, something you can use to create more, even if it's just a small amount. Because starting from zero is the hardest part. Once you have even a little, everything becomes easier. Right? Now we're stepping into one of the most important turning points of your life, age 16. At this stage, things start getting serious. You've only got a couple of years before you step into the real world. And trust me, it comes faster than you think. This is where most people either start building momentum or completely waste their advantage. Now here's the key thing you need to understand. By 16, you don't need to have your entire life figured out. But you do need to start identifying what you're good at. Because from this point forward, your focus shifts from trying everything to refining something. And this is where a lot of people mess up. They keep jumping from one thing to another, never going deep enough to actually become valuable. So here's what you should do instead. Take a step back and look at everything you've tried so far. What do you enjoy? What are you naturally better at than others? What could you see yourself improving at for years? Once you've got 2 to 3 answers, you start stacking them. Now, what do I mean by stacking? Let's say you enjoy design, you like tech, and you're decent at communication. Individually, those are average skills. But combined, you could become someone who designs websites, builds brands, creates content. That's where the real value comes from. Skill stacking is how ordinary people become extraordinary. And here's something else most people won't tell you. You don't need expensive courses. In fact, most of them are a complete waste of money. What you need is tools. Real tools. Things that force you to learn by doing. It could be a decent laptop, a camera, software, basic equipment related to your skill. Because when you spend your own money on something, you take it seriously. You show up differently. You actually use it. And that's exactly what builds skill. Between 16 and 18, your goal is simple. Turn your interests into something useful. Because when you enter adulthood with skills, not just knowledge, you're already ahead of 90% of people. Now, let's move on to age 17. Listen carefully. This might sound simple, but it's one of the most overlooked advantages you can give yourself. Learn to drive. Seriously, do it as early as you can. Most people delay this. They think, I don't really need it right now. But here's the problem. That delay costs opportunities. Because the moment you start trying to earn money, start a side hustle, or work with people, mobility becomes everything. Let me give you a simple example. Imagine you land your first client. It's a great opportunity, but they're 30 minutes away, and you can't get there reliably. Now what? You depend on others. You're late. You cancel. And just like that, your reputation takes a hit before it even begins. And in the real world, reputation is everything. Being reliable, being on time, being consistent, these things matter more than talent. So learning to drive isn't just about convenience. It's about independence. It's about removing friction from your life. It's about making sure that when an opportunity shows up, you're ready for it. And here's a rule I still follow to this day. If you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, you're done. Simple. So don't delay this. Get it done. Future you will thank you for it. Now, we've arrived at the most important stage. Age 18. This is where everything changes. You're no longer preparing. You're now playing the game. And the difference between people who succeed and people who struggle comes down to the decisions they make right here. So instead of guessing your way through it, I'm going to give you a clear roadmap, a checklist, 7 things you need to do as soon as possible. Number 1. Take control of your money. The first thing you need is independence. That means having your own financial system. Not one account.
2.
One for spending. One for saving. Your main account is where money flows in and out. Your second account? That's where you build your safety net. Because here's the truth most people learn too late. Life is unpredictable. And when something goes wrong, you don't want to be starting from zero. That's why you build an emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of basic expenses. No excuses. Think of it like a shield. You might not need it today, but when you do, you'll be glad it's there. Number 2. Build your credit early. Now, this is something that confuses a lot of people. They think avoiding debt is the best move. But in reality, never using credit at all can actually hurt you, because the system works on trust. And trust is built through history. So what do? You use a credit card, but you use it properly. Only spend what you already have, and pay it off in full, every single month. No exceptions. Do this consistently, and you build a strong financial reputation, which later gives you access to better loans, lower interest rates, bigger opportunities. It's a tool. Use it wisely. Number 3, start investing immediately. This is where things start to separate people, because most people delay investing. They think, I'll start when I earn more. But that's a mistake, because time matters more than money. The earlier you start, the more powerful compounding becomes. Even small amounts can grow into something massive over time. And the best part? You don't need thousands to begin. You can start with very little. The key is consistency, not perfection. And if you're unsure where to begin, keep it simple. Diversified funds. Long-term mindset. No gambling. Because investing isn't about getting rich quick. It's about getting rich slow and steady. Number 4, think carefully about your path. Now, this is where things get controversial, because society will push you in one direction. Go to college. Get a degree. Follow the safe path. But here's the truth. That path isn't for everyone. For some careers, yes, it's essential. Doctors, engineers, certain professions, you need it. But for many others, it's optional. And sometimes, it's unnecessary. So instead of blindly following the crowd, ask yourself one question. Does this path actually lead where I want to go? If the answer is yes, go for it. If not, explore alternatives. Because today, there are more opportunities than ever. Skills-based careers, online businesses, freelancing, apprenticeships, and many of them don't require a degree. What they require is ability. Number 5, stay away from bad debt. Let me explain this as simply as possible. Debt itself isn't the problem. It's how you use it. There are 2 types of debt. The kind that can help you grow, and the kind that quietly keeps you stuck. Good debt is used to acquire things that can increase in value or generate income. Bad debt? That's the stuff that makes you feel rich for a moment, but actually makes you poorer over time. Things like financing expensive gadgets, buying things you don't need, paying interest on stuff that loses value. And here's the dangerous part. It doesn't feel like a problem at first. It feels normal. Everyone around you is doing it. But over time, it builds up. And suddenly you're working just to pay off things you don't even care about anymore. That's why one of the smartest financial rules is this. If it doesn't make you money, think twice before borrowing for it. Because avoiding unnecessary debt is one of the fastest ways to stay ahead. Kiplinger. Number 6, create a second source of income. Now, this is where things start to get interesting. Because relying on just one income, that's risky. And honestly, it's outdated. The world has changed. And today, there are more ways to make money than ever before. But most people never take advantage of it.
Why?
Because they think they need something complicated. They don't. In fact, the best place to start is simple. Service-based skills. Things like video editing, writing, designing, social media management,
Freelancing.
These don't require huge investments. What they require is skill and effort. and consistency. Here's the mindset shift you need. Your job pays your bills. Your skills build your future. Even if you're working a regular job, you should always be building something on the side, because that side income, over time, can turn into your main income. And that's how people create freedom. Number 7, master long-term thinking. Now, this is the one concept that separates average people from wealthy people. Long-term thinking. Most people focus on what feels good today. Spending, comfort, instant results. But wealth? Wealth is built by people who think ahead, years ahead, because money follows time, and time rewards patience. This is where compound growth comes in. And this isn't just theory. It's one of the most powerful forces in finance. When you invest consistently over time, your money does not just grow. It grows on top of itself, again and again. And that's why starting early matters so much. Even small investments can grow significantly over decades because of compounding. Finance arcade. Let me simplify it for you. 2 people invest the same amount. One starts early. The other waits. The one who started early ends up with way more money. Not because they invested more, but because they gave their money more time. That's the difference.
Time.
Now take a second and think about everything we've just covered. From age 13 all the way to 18. This isn't just advice. This is a roadmap. And here's the truth most people won't tell you. You don't need to be smarter than everyone else. You don't need to be lucky. You just need to start earlier. And stay consistent. Because while everyone else is awaiting, procrastinating, making excuses, you're building something, step by step. And over time, that gap becomes impossible to close. But let me leave you with this. Most people will watch a video like this, feel motivated for a few minutes, and then go back to doing nothing. Don't be that person. Pick just one thing from this video and start today. Because the sooner you start, the easier everything becomes. And if you made it this far, you're already ahead. Seriously, most people won't even watch till the end. But you did, which means you're not just interested. You're serious. So here's what I want you to do next. Don't just leave this video and forget about it. Go back. Rewatch the parts that apply to you. Write things down. Make a plan. Because information alone doesn't change your life. Action does.